Hey there, everybody. Chief Meteorologist Jason Boyer here on this Tuesday. Hope you're having a great day. Boy, no rest for the weary. We got another winter storm potential here coming this weekend. Let's talk about it. First things first, this is going to impact the weekend. Yes, a weekend winter storm, most likely. So, scenarios. The potential for this area of low pressure that you see along the Gulf Coast, if some point it develops Friday, and where does it go? Does it go in the middle here? That would be moderate impacts. Does it go farther out to sea, away from the coast? That's low impacts. Does it go closer to the coast and become stronger? Maybe a nor'easter eventually? That would be a high impact scenario for our region here in the Carolinas. So the first big question is how much snow? Well, we look at ensembles, and the most likely scenario at this point is around 1.2 inches for Asheville from the European model if no melting or mixing occurred. Same goes for the GFS if no melting or mixing. That probability most likely scenario is 2.1 inches. That's on the high end. Least likely is 7.5. Also pretty low probability of getting as little as 0.4 inches. You see the number pretty similar on the low end for the Euro, but much different on the high end. Euro says we could squeeze out almost 3 on the high end. So no doubt this is going to have impacts. Right now, we're not going to go much higher than moderate impacts for snow through the weekend. Icy roads, yeah, because we're talking bitter cold returning. This is going to be another huge Arctic wave of air that moves in. So very high impacts for the cold throughout the Carolinas and the wind. That is going to have its say. So brutally cold wind chills. Again, these will be in flux, meaning they're going to change. If we see the snow threat go up, we'll move it up. Obviously, icy roads would go up too. So that means we're adding Friday to our weather warn day list. That is going to mean 4 consecutive days that are weather warn days coming up: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This is not a winter storm the entire weekend. It's mostly Friday into Saturday with that winter storm threat with the accumulating snow. But we're talking sub-zero wind chills thereafter. So you'll want to download our free Skywatch weather app right there. Scan it. That QR code, you can always have the radar in the palm of your hand and an hour-by-hour forecast. We update multiple times a day. So my advice to you is just to stay with WLOS. Obviously, News 13 will have more impacts and updates for you throughout the week. We're certainly watching it closely, and this is not something that's going to sneak up on us, and it's not an ice storm this time either. It is a snow event, as temperatures will be cold enough for that. Stay tuned and stay aware. We'll keep you updated.